Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Friday Build Show. I am your host, Benestrino, over here at the Empower Studio. Today we are building another PC, so come on in, hang out, sit back, relax, ask all of the questions. Remember, if you like this kind of nerdy stuff, please make sure you give us a follow on all of our channels. We're streaming over on YouTube, Facebook, Kick, Twitch, all of them. We're also on Twitter. We're pretty much everywhere, so go ahead and if you like this kind of stuff, make sure you follow and share. It really helps us grow. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lee and Myra, for the likes over there on Facebook. I appreciate that. Thank you. Before we get started, just a quick reminder, we have a $1 PC giveaway that we do. All the revenue, all the stars, all the subs, anything that comes out of the stream goes to the $1 PC giveaway. So make sure you keep an eye on that. And just for your awareness, all of that revenue goes to the $1 PC giveaway. And the reason why it's $1 PC, or why we have to charge $1, is because if we gave it away for free, it would be considered gambling. And state law doesn't allow us to do that. So, also, if you could, make sure you go follow us on the kick.com. And you search for Empower Gaming Computers. Make sure you follow there. That's going to unlock our ability to have subscribers over there on Kick, which is going to give us what we call 95.5 from Kick, which is 95% of the subscription goes to the content creator, which is a lot better than the 45% that we get from Twitch or Facebook. So it would give us a lot more oomph to the $1 PC and would help us out a lot. Also, we will be making an announcement here soon, a big announcement. So make sure you follow along through the upcoming week. And I hope you all jump back into the future streams. But all right, back to what's happening right now. We are not just building any old gaming PC today. We are building a custom PC. Specifically, this PC was customized and built out to meet the exact needs for its new commander. This is also our commander's birthday. So I'm happy to be building this, his first PC for his birthday. So happy birthday, Brantlee. This one is for you. I also threw in a birthday gift. So when y'all come pick up, I'll have a birthday gift here for you. A side note, Brantlee's PC is number 600 as well. On top of the fact that it's a birthday PC, it's kind of cool that it lines up with our halfway mark, which is halfway mark to our goal of 1,200 PCs this year. Which would exceed our last year's build count. So our 2022 build count. So 2023, we are at 600 after this build is completed. Overall, this is an awesome build, and I hope you enjoy the live stream. If you have any questions during the live stream, feel free to ask. I am happy to answer. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Run through that loadout and see what we're building with today. Yay, Brant! Happy birthday, bud. Welcome, everybody. Dad Bods, Ice Monkey, Steph. Thanks for all joining. Ice Monkey, I believe you are Brantlee, correct? Yes, it is. Awesome. Well, thank you for joining the stream, and I hope you have a good birthday. I am going to be putting this together just for you, sir. So, today we're going to be building with the AMD Ryzen 5 5600. This bad boy has 6 cores, 12 threads, and it has a 4.4 gigahertz maximum boost. It's a wonderful piece CPU for gaming by AMD, which is running the AM4 socket as well. The cooler we're running today is by Thermalright. This is the Frozen Note 240mm in black with addressable RGB fans and an addressable RGB CPU block. So we've got RGB craziness happening up in here. And then our motherboard is the MSI, the one that delayed us, the MSI B550M. This is the VC Wi-Fi edition. So this is actually part of MSI's Pro Series motherboards. It's a micro ATX motherboard, so it's a little bit smaller, but that's because we're putting it into a kind of a smaller case, the micro ATX case. 16 gigabytes of DDR4, 3200 megahertz RAM. This is by Silicon Power. 3200 megahertz is more than enough speed, especially for this AMD CPU. It is addressable RGB, and this is the Silicon Power X Zenith series. So it has the RGB that's going to be controlled by the software, the MSI Mystic Light. The solid state drive is a 1 terabyte M.2 NVMe Gen 3 SSD. So it's got 1 terabyte is 1000 gigabytes. Should be plenty of space to get you up and running. And if you ever need to add more storage, there's more options on the board to add more storage, so we can always add more later if we need it. The graphics card. We have here a RTX 3060 12 gigabyte graphics card. This is GDDR6 and it's 192-bit PCIe 4.0, so we can take advantage of the PCIe 4.0 on the motherboard and the CPU. Get a little bit more speed out of that graphics card. And this is the MSI Gaming X Edition. So it has the RGB on it and has a pretty massive cooler actually for an RTX 3060. So it's a beautiful card. I actually prefer these MSI cards over even the Asus cards. They just seem to run better. The case we're building in is a Montech Air 100. This is a micro ATX case. It has tempered glass side panel. This is actually a side panel door, so it'll swing open, and it's held on by hinges and then closes by a magnet. Then we have a front panel mesh, which is going to allow beautiful airflow into the PC, better airflow anyway, and also includes 3 addressable RGB fans, 120 millimeters on the front and 120 millimeter on the rear. So we have plenty of fans in there that are going to help that airflow, the hot air, the cool air come in and the hot air get out, which is what we want. The AIO CPU cooler, we are going to be mounting that on the top of the case. That is to allow the CPU heat to be just exhausted right out of the case, so it's not being redistributed through the system. So all the heat from the CPU is just going to be expelled right out of the top of the case. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to move some of this out of my way, and then we'll get started with the motherboard, the CPU, the RAM, and the cooler. Get this all going. I'm going to switch over to a top-down view. I did not set this camera, so it's probably going to be off. It is. That's what happens when you don't prep before a stream. It's okay. Alright, so the MSI B550 motherboard. Let me bring my mic in a little bit more. The B550 motherboard here, the Pro Series, has lots of features on it. Also includes Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. Solid board to start with. Has some additional storage options. For example, you have another M.2 option here, so if you want to add more M.2 NVMe storage, you can. And then we also have SATA storage here as well. So if you need to add more SATA storage to the PC, you can. So we're going to save that. We're going to need this guy and one of those. Great. Now that we're getting situated here, I am going to pop the CPU open, get it out of its package. We're not going to be using the stock cooler that comes with it. We have the AIO. That's what's in this box here, the rest of it. Just a stock cooler. This thing isn't that great. We don't use those. Alright, so we got our CPU out. This is the... Do you want to take a look at it? Yeah, just let them know. Hey guys, I got Xfinity here. They're supposed to be installing a new service, so just give me one moment here. I'm sorry. All right, so completely forgot about this Xfinity install. He's going to put a splitter on the connection because I was told that the connection actually wasn't going to be interrupted, but he has to put a splitter on the modem. So he has to unplug my internet, which is feeding you guys right now, and then plug it back in. So it's going to take about 5 or 10 minutes. So the stream's going to go down for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then we'll resume. So I apologize about this. It's a first for me. I've never had to do this before. But this is what happens when you're working, streaming, and everything, and service is here to come in. So got to get that 1G. Yes, sir. We're going from Xfinity home service to a business service to get faster speeds at a better rate, as well as it's just always struggled here for some reason, like the speed, and they said it was because of the bandwidth, and business customers get extra, get the priority basically. So if I want the priority on the chain, then I have to have the business service. So we're just switching over. So just give me like 10 minutes. If the stream comes down, we'll get it fired back up here in about 10 minutes. Same in the city as you, so you know what you mean. Yeah, it's just I don't know why, but it's just been a struggle to get the speeds that we need. So for example, right now, if I was streaming and I had somebody else streaming something else on the same network, we would be seeing a whole bunch of dropped frames right now. So just trying to solve those problems. I just forgot it was actually scheduled for today. So all right, guys. So if the stream drops, I will bring it back up.